David Sawyer isn't here anymore. But Marty talked about how there's certain players that will plant the trees and never sit in the shade on them, which is a pretty good line. Just with David, how did he help you?
Yeah. Just coming in and, even just my first 2 games, I played with him on a pair and seeing how much fun he has. We were out of the playoffs. They were out of the playoffs from the season, and, he was so prideful in playing hard, and he played to win every night, no matter how much it sucks not being in the playoffs. So that was pretty cool to see from him. And then, his hunger to drive us back on track when we had a rough start the next season, and get us into a playoff spot was really special to be a part of. And it seemed like everything was always his fault. He wanted to take the blame, so it was just such a good guy. And whenever you're having a bad day, he puts a smile on your face.
That's pretty good for a young guy when you have a veteran doing that for you.
Yeah, when he takes all my blame and takes it on himself, it was pretty funny, but. It's just who he is.
Talk about you always being the first guy in the ice for practice. On a day like today, practice day, what's your routine? What time do you show up here, or get up, or just run through basically a practice day routine?
I get here if it's a 10:30 practice. I usually get here around 8:30. Do whatever we have in the gym, kind of just get through it, get my body ready, and then try to get on the ice. I don't know, 9:50 to 10. Couple minutes before practice, and then get some shots off, get my feet moving, get my body going, and feel good for the skate.
You're able to grab breakfast here too, I guess?
Yeah, breakfast before, yeah.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Practice a lot, getting shots true, I think, at the beginning of practice. Is that a big area of focus in your game right now? It's always like that for you?
Yeah, I think going back to last year and even this year, just realizing how important it is to get some pucks down and get puck recoveries for our forwards and all that. It's something that I, want to work on more, and feel like I'm taking, some little steps to being better at it.
When you say puck recovery, you mean like at the blue line, you're first touched with the puck?
No, after I shoot it, it gives trying to get pucks down so that our forwards can recover it, or hopefully score or tip it in or whatever. But it gives them a chance to get into recovering pucks and attacking off of that. Whether there's a slot play for them within them or back to us, and then more plays for us. But for me, I try to catch a puck and make my next play pretty quick.
Okay, so just following the play, basically.
Yeah, it's following the shot. Yeah.
Okay. And it seems like you were honoring yourself after your last few games. You thought you didn't have your A game, but is it fair to say that we really saw your A game last game?
Yeah, I felt like I was kind of building towards that a little bit. Against Boston, I feel like I played a little better. Obviously, pretty chaotic game with the amount of penalties, but I think that was a small step in the right direction. And then versus Columbus, I felt pretty good, and I felt fresh. The team, we played really well, and the guys helped me, and I was trying to help any way I could.
Does it help when you keep the game simple and just get pucks on net like you did at the end of the third period last game?
Yeah, there's a time to just get pucks on net, and then there's a time to make the next play, which it could be a pass or whatever. So yeah, a little bit more simplicity, and it felt like it was helping me.
Just a very last one, Lane. What are the things that Slavkovsky does on the ice that seems to get his line going, and that doesn't necessarily show up on the score sheet?
Yeah, the amount of pucks he recovers off of shots, and the amount of puck battles he wins, and the possession he drives down in a offensive zone is really special. He makes it so hard on other teams' defensemen, so if he's drawing as much coverage as he is, it gives so much time for his two line mates and the D that are out there with him. So he does a lot of that stuff, and then always being a net front presence, screening goalies. He's been a big part of a lot of our offense this year, even if he's not getting necessarily the production that he should be in.
Thank you, Lane.
Yeah.